Still staying with local government matters, Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has labeled the Supreme Court's ruling on local government autonomy as a distraction from the more urgent issues confronting the nation. Recall that the Apex Court, in a landmark ruling delivered by Justice Emmanuel Agim, ruled that it is illegal and unconstitutional for governors to continue to receive and seize funds allocated to local government areas in their states. It maintained that the dubious practice, which has gone on for over 2 decades, was a clear violation of Section 162 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. In a video released on Saturday, Makinde highlighted the imperative to tackle the fundamental issues of productivity, hunger, and discontent in Nigeria.
I think it's just a distraction. We must face the real issues that we have. And the issue that we have is we are not producing enough. We're not productive. Whatever it is that we're sharing in Abuja, which is what this FAQ is all about. Oh, okay. Whatever is in Abuja, share it to the local government. Is that our problem? Well, okay, maybe it may be a part of the problem that, yes, you want to have a value for what is being shared, but our real problem is productivity. How much are those local governments generating within their domain? Can they survive without handout from Abuja? And handout from Abuja, is that the way to go? Is it sustainable? The ball is in your court, really. You must peel through, look at the real issues, and don't let us be distracted.
The judgment of the Supreme Court giving financial autonomy to local government councils continues to stir up reactions in the polity. But as the dust settles, the spotlight is now focusing on the implications of the judgment on operations of local government councils. Governors who are directly affected by the ruling are hinting that the general public is unaware of the huge support states are giving to local government councils. Kehinde Amodu looks at the responses of state governors to the development and what it might mean.
The polity has been upbeat since the Supreme Court ruling on local government financial autonomy. Governors have remained neutral to the ruling, each pledging to implement the judgment. But under the surface, currents are in high drive. Despite supporting the judgment, there are hints that the state governments may not be as supportive of local governments as they were in the past.
We welcome the ruling of the Supreme Court. Compliance is a given. And our attorney generals have applied for the enrollment order, which we'll study carefully. But by and large, governors are happy with the devolution of power in respect to local government autonomy. It relieves the burden on governors. People really don't know how much states expends in bailing out local governments, and that's the issue there.
The ability of local government councils to meet up their responsibility now that finances are being paid directly to them is a great concern. And governors are quick to remind them of what these are.
It's not going to affect the states. We've never tampered with local government funds, so it's going to continue. What the local governments have to do is to manage themselves, especially with the upcoming minimum wage, to manage their affairs and make sure salaries are paid. Traditional rulers get their 5%, and those are the main issues.
And even the way that has been run so far, at least under my administration, the resources of the local government have been made sure that the resources get down to the local governments to address their staff, paying teachers and paying the pensioners and paying primary health workers and so on and so forth.
Going forward, the onus will now be on local governments to perform above expectations. It means that a situation in which most local government chairmen and councillors live in state capitals away from their constituents must stop. From State House Abuja, Kehinde Amudu, Trust TV News.
Those then were reactions. The Pan-Yoruba Socio-Political Association, Afenifere, has condemned the judgment of the Supreme Court, which granted total financial autonomy to local government in Nigeria. Afenifere, in a statement on Saturday by its leader and the National Public Secretary, Ayo Adebanjo, and Justice Faloye, described the Apex Court's judgment as a mere judicial conspiracy. The statement was titled, Tinubu and the Grand Conspiracy Against Democracy and True Federalism in Nigeria. According to the group in the statement, the judgment was against the principle of true federalism, adding that the Supreme Court had played to the gallery in delivering such a judgment. The group also alleged that the ongoing administration of Tinubu had been practicing a unitary system in some of its policies since its inception, insisting that the only way forward for the country was to practice true federalism. More reactions have continued to trail the judgment of the Supreme Court granting financial autonomy for local governments in the country. Over in Benue State, the judgment was received with mixed reactions from the residents. And Jimmy Azande tells us more.
Some of the residents are welcoming the move, though with some reservations because of the urgency they need to settle displaced persons.
Of the fundamental right of every citizen as regards freedom of movement. So it's a step in the right direction, but we expect more proactive steps towards dealing with the issues of farmer herders conflict.
In addition to the government-determined focus of the ministry, all the residents want both crop farming and animal rearing to be considered as private businesses as obtained in other nations.
In other countries like Brazil, they rear cattle more than our country Nigeria. But we've never been getting this kind of problems because
the Senate, opinion leaders, public affairs analysts and pressure groups have over time called for the financial autonomy for the third tier of government for the past almost decades without success.
The security situation in the country is compounded. The healthcare delivery system in the country is not working, particularly at the local government level. The educational system, as we all know, particularly primary education, which is supposed to be the responsibility of the local government, they are no longer capable of carrying out these responsibilities because the resources that are coming are being cornered by the government, by the governors.
Starting from 1999, when Obasanjo came into governance, he sort of scrapped or bastardized the local government system because powers that were vested in the local government before his advent into governance were taken away from the local government chairman, and he tried to reduce the tenure of local government chairman.
These agitations got the deserved attention as the Supreme Court finally put the situation to rest on Thursday. Benue residents say it is a good thing for the masses in the 774 local government areas in Nigeria.
I believe that with local governments having full autonomy, there will be much development at the grassroots. Then the local government council leaders, like the chairman, will also be able to carry out certain projects in their local government. And then with this, you discover that much can be done. And then again, we can also hold the council's leaders accountable when they fail to deliver. Previously, we have been having issues of blame that the governors have not been releasing funds to the local government councils.
And that autonomy granting is a very good thing, and it has a very big positive impact in the society. I could remember very well during 99 administration, there is a local government autonomy which some local government chairmen, they are constructing local buildings, local coverage, local bridge, doing some other things, employing people.
Others say there should be a mechanism to monitor the activities of the chairpersons of local governments across the country going forward.
If elected, they will be given opportunity
to embezzle money. So provided concerning that side of that negative side of it, I will urge the government to still put the local government under the supervision of the state governments, so that they will be monitoring the affairs of the local government and questioning where necessary.
It is left to be seen if the council bosses would justify the many calls and agitations that heralded the Supreme Court verdict for grassroots development. Jimmy Azandi, Trust TV News, Makurdi.